we planned this march. Now, a lot of people have never heard of the so-called Orangeburg 7. I was one of the Orangeburg 7, 4 from South Carolina State and 3 from Claflin. Gaither from over at Claflin, who stayed active for a long time. And we stay in touch with each other even today. We organized a big march and pulled that march off on March 15th, 1960.
Okay, that's still very early in the civil rights.
Very early. And 388 of us were arrested on that day.
This is downtown Orangeburg.
Downtown Orangeburg. We fill up all the jails. There were 2 jails, the county jail, city jail. When the jails were overflowing, they then herded students into this big fenced-in area behind what we call the Pink Castle, which was the city jail. Along with the other leaders of the march, I was hauled off to the county jail. But it was a miserable day. It was one of the coldest days of my life. The students were hosed down with fire hoses, and they were then left inside that fence on a cold day. And kids were cold, trembling, and students just left the campus. They went back to the campus. They took all of the blankets and the sheets and everything out of the dormitories and brought them down there, threw them over the fences. They went into the dining rooms, and students who did not get locked up fixed sandwiches and all that kind of stuff and brought us food. And it's a very interesting ending story about that, because one of those sandwiches got into my hands from a little lady, Emily Clyburn, Emily England at the time, who I met that day.
And became Mrs. So you literally met your wife when you were in jail?
Absolutely.
She gave you a sandwich? She
brought me a sandwich because they weren't arresting anybody else. I mean, we were still waiting to be bailed out. And it was pretty lax. And so all of those sandwiches that came, she brought this hamburger. And when I reached for it, I thought she was giving me the hamburger. She took it back, broke it in half, and gave me half of the hamburger. She ate the other half. And so I came very cheap.